everyone and welcome to Budapest. This is day 2 for me, but I didn't really film anything yesterday, so I thought I'd take you through a little bit what I did when I arrived and just talk you through what I saw and what I'm gonna do today. I have to leave in literally 10 minutes to see my friend. We're gonna meet at the metro station that's just around the corner from my Airbnb, but curling my hair took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take, so I should probably message her that I'm gonna be about 10 minutes late. Yes. So yesterday I flew in with Ryanair. I jumped on the 100E bus and that took me to like the center of town, and then I hopped on a metro, went all the way to my Airbnb, which is at the Kility metro station. This is the Peterfee Nook, which is alright. It's kind of small, but it does what I need it to do, and that is to act as a place for me to keep all my stuff, and I have a room to myself, and I paid pretty much the same as I would have paid for a hostel. And let me tell you, I'm usually always traveling and staying in hostels, and it's so nice to be able to like have everything out, not have to put stuff in a locker, and it's just super nice. So I'm definitely gonna look into staying into more Airbnbs and stuff like that. So yeah, as I'm getting ready, I'm just gonna talk you through what I did yesterday. So I went on a tour with Generator Tours. It was a free tour, and with free tours you're meant to pay them like a tip at the end, but I really did not enjoy the tour. I didn't learn tons of stuff, and the tour guide, every time she was talking about something, she was standing in front of it. So there's this statue called Uncle Charlie, which is a police officer. And through the entire thing, she was just stood in front of it. And I'm like, how are we meant to like take it in and take pictures of it if you're just standing in the way all the time? So that was a little bit annoying. So I actually ended up not tipping her anything because I didn't think it was worth. So we first started at St. Stephen's Basilica, and then we moved down to see the Christmas market and Elizabeth Square, and then we went down to the river and saw like the castle from the Pest side of the river. And then once the tour was over, I went and had a langos and came back to my hostel where I'm staying right now. I watched some YouTube and I went to bed at like 9 o'clock. So today, as I said, I'm meeting my friend and we're gonna go back to Fisherman's Bastion because I went in the dark yesterday and it was stunning in the dark, but I really want to get some pictures of myself because I am that vain. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna vlog because I always feel really awkward vlogging in front of people, but we'll see. I'll probably vlog something because I mean, she knows I vlog, so it's less awkward when people know that I vlog rather than people don't know I vlog and I'm like, oh, by the way, I do vlogging. So yeah, I'm going to continue watching A Christmas Prince. Get ready, I have to leave in 10 minutes now. I also need to brush my teeth, but yay. I met up with my friend here. Do you want to just say hi? Hi. And I saw this picture on Instagram of someone taking a picture at the Fisherman's Bastion, and it's apparently taken from down there, but there's a bus in the way, so I'm trying to find a better angle, and I think I have found it. So we're just gonna have to take it from here and hope for the best. We've ended up at a movie set. As you're gonna see, there's an old car. There we go. Yeah, we've ended up in a movie set, and yesterday I actually walked past another movie set, so thinking it might be the same film. Don't know what it is. There's German cars with Union Jacks, and then that's a sign that they're putting up in French. So maybe one day I'll be sat in the cinema watching a film and being like, I know that place. That is Budapest. So yeah, that's what we're doing. we made it to the, I want to say Statue of Liberty. What's it called? Statue of Liberty? Liberty statue? Liberty statue. It's not the Statue of Liberty. It's almost the Statue of Liberty. And it overlooks this beautiful view. But first we have to walk up the death walk of death. The walk of death. It was hilly and it's literally down here. Hills and staircases and it was awful. But we made it up. We had a beer. The barmaid was like, it's a sour beer. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. It was a very sour beer. But it only cost me like £1.70. So I drank it with joy. But yeah, we've literally essentially walked from over here. And then we walked all the way up. And now we gotta walk down. Dinner at this fancy Michelin recommended restaurant called Zona, which was under the Buda castle, and now we've come to the big square. There's a big Budapest sign and it's the big Christmas market, so we're going to enjoy the market and probably end up spending tons of money on food. Oh, I love Christmas markets. And this is really cool because you can change this and you can change what it says up there, the language you want. So I obviously made it Swedish and took a picture. Oh, I'll try, bye. So I've just left my friend, or she had to go home and eat because she has work tomorrow. And I don't, because I'm a tourist today. And I'm just walking around along the Danube River, which is beautiful, and that's the Fisherman'S Bastion. That's where we started today, and then we essentially just walked all the way to the castle, and then we walked down, and then we walked all the way up here, and then this is the chain bridge, which we've walked over multiple times. I've just got the evening for myself. It's like 5 o'clock. I'm really tired. I'm so tired, but I don't want to go back yet, so I'm just gonna walk around until I get hungry. I might go get a coffee because I'm really tired. Until I get hungry, and then I'm gonna have food. And then I'm probably gonna go back to my Airbnb, maybe edit this video, maybe just like continue watching The Christmas Prince because I haven't finished that film yet. But I'm gonna try and get some cool pictures of this view because it is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely the biggest rip-off ever. At first I only got one potato. I asked for a second potato and he wanted to charge me like £2 for it. I was like, nah. Just give me one potato. It tastes good, but it's very expensive. And like, if you want ribs or anything, it's like £12. And that's like, it's street food, it shouldn't be that expensive. But I guess it's a Christmas market, so they can charge whatever they want. This is very good. It's not a lot of food, and it cost me $3,250, which is £8 or so. So this cost me the same as my 2-course Michelin rated dinner earlier. So that says a lot about this Christmas market. So this morning I hopped on the bus, or one of the trolley buses, and I've come to what's meant to be Hero Square as the beginning of my day. This is also where they have the famous baths, but I'm not going to the baths. I completely forgot about the baths, and then when I was arriving into Budapest I was like, I didn't bring any swim gear, so I'm definitely not going to the baths. But I'm gonna go try and find, I see it, Hero Square, and that is what we're doing today. That is our starting point of today's little adventure. Okay, so I'm walking down this little cute avenue which is lined by with embassies and stuff like that, but it's literally from Euro Square and it's all the way down. I'm gonna go to the museum called House of Terror, which is a museum about the World War II Nazi occupation and then being under Soviet ruling. I've just exited House of Terror and you weren't allowed to take any pictures or film. I did film a tiny little bit because I am cheeky that, but it was really interesting. I thought it was going to be more of a history of communism in Hungary, but it's also this significant building was actually the main building where the Nazi party, so the arrow cross and the cross arrow, the Hungarian Nazi party, and then the Hungarian Communist Party, they had their headquarters in that building. And yeah, it was really interesting, and I'm glad that they didn't allow filming and photography in there. I did grab a few bits which I felt that weren't too extreme, because there was some really extreme images in there, and it's just if you're ever in Budapest, I definitely recommend going in there. And they also have a full-size tank as soon as you come in, and it's pretty cool. I'm leaving House of Terror now. I'm really hungry. It is currently 12:20. It's just time for lunch, because all I'm eating for breakfast is really unhealthy croissant filled with yummy stuff and half a pot of yogurt. So I need to find somewhere to eat. But I think I'm gonna go to the Raoul Wallenberg Memorial Park, or Memorial, which is that way. So that's where I'm going now, and then get to the Jewish quarter or something like that. Okay, so I'm about as far away as from any tourist attraction you can be, because I'm in this weird residential area. And the reason why I've come to see this memorial for Raoul Wallenberg is he was a Swedish guy who came to Budapest and he saved thousands of Jews by giving them false documentation to say that they're legally allowed to be out and about and stuff like that. And there's a few memorials around the world, but also especially in Budapest, so I thought I'd come down and see it. So apparently I didn't do my research right. It's the memorial's inside a park. I can literally I'm standing in front of it, but it's inside this park. So that's the memorial, but the park's closed, so I can't actually go into it. So I've walked literally all this way. I came from here and I walked all this way, and there's another memorial. There's a Holocaust Park, so I might just head over here, and I'm gonna be lazy. It's a 46-minute walk. Is our bus, there's a tram. So my Paris vlogs, you know that there's this thing called Lime that I used in Paris, and they're electrical scooters. So I'm actually gonna unlock one of the scooters and scooter my way to the tube, because I'm bored of walking and I'm hungry. I want to just get food now. I'm at a place called Falafel Bar. The falafel. Oh my god, it's yummy. Fucking 895. And it's the best thing I've had. Again, I didn't do my research, because the Raoul Wallenberg Park, there's a plaque there, is in here, and this is the synagogue. So I might actually try and go in, because that would be quite interesting. I've never been into a synagogue before, so that would be quite interesting. So we're currently in the Jewish quarter, and this is also part of the Jewish ghetto during World War II. So horrific things happened here, and this is where all the Jews were quartered, and this is where Raoul Wallenberg, which is why his memorial park is right next to the synagogue. This is the area where he worked to protect and save the Jews. Okay, so I'm inside. It costs 4,500 forint, which is about 11, 12 pounds, and I thought it was worth it because, yeah, it's worth it. I think, I hope. But yeah, I'm gonna go on a guided tour that starts in 15 minutes. Might as well, because that was included in the tour. Otherwise, because like I didn't pay for the audio tour at the House of Terror, so I didn't really know what was happening. Like there was like information sheets, but here I'm going on a guided tour, so hopefully this is a good tour. Yeah.
The chandeliers harmonize actually with the iron structure.
So I just finished the tour. It was about an hour long and it was really, really good. So obviously like the synagogue. The story behind the synagogue. Well, the story behind the synagogue is that like the interiors, it's a Jewish temple that's been inspired by Catholic. So it kind of looks like a church inside. But then it's also got like the design, the decorations is Oriental, which is really, really interesting. And then obviously the historical significance of it is like the Holocaust, and this is the beginning of the Jewish ghetto that was created in 1944. And then we came outside and there's a house, or there was a house just next to the synagogue where the founder of the Israeli state was born, which is quite interesting. He was born right next to a synagogue. And yeah, the population, like there's literally 3,000 people, 3,000 practicing Jews who built this massive synagogue, probably the world's biggest synagogue as well. And then we came out here and this is like the memorial park, so this is why I came here for, the Raoul Wallenberg Memorial Park. And he did correct me because I earlier said that Raoul Wallenberg was like gave out papers or documents, so he was a Swedish diplomat and he gave out papers to random Jews who were on the death march, saying that they were under protection of Swedish rule. And yeah, so this is a park, a memorial of him and other people who tried to rescue the Jews. But yeah, it was 4,500 forint to come in here, and I 100% recommend coming in and doing the tour because it was so informative and it was really, really good. I am dangerously balancing my camera on a ledge, but I'm going to try this chimney cake now. Ooh. It's like a cinnamon bun. I really love this. Why did I wait so long to buy one? I thought it was going to be like an overhyped thing, but oh my god, everything in Hungary is delicious. Day number 4 of Budapest, and I've just packed up my Airbnb room. It is currently 9:10 in the morning. I realized today when I was watching another YouTube video that I didn't go up the little ski lift thing, but I've decided I'm going to go to Memento Park where all the Soviet statues are, and that's about an hour away. So I've booked, there's this thing called Bag B&B which I use in Athens, which is really, really good, where you can essentially, you pay €5 and you can drop your bag. Usually it's like in an office or something. This time I'm dropping mine in a hotel. First to the hotel to drop my bag, and then to Memento Park, which is about an hour away or so. So I have now made it to Memento Park, and it was super easy to get here. I literally just hopped on number 4 metro, and then I got off at the last stop and hopped on the 101E bus, and that took me to literally just middle of nowhere. It feels like middle of nowhere. And then I made it to Memento Park. So all these statues, I believe there's 42 in total, are all from like the Soviet period. So there's a lot of like Stalins and Lenins and weird looking people. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little wander around. It costs 1,500 foreign, which I believe is about £3 or so, which isn't too bad to go into like a park thing. So that took 22 minutes to walk through the entire museum. Now I'm gonna go say goodbye to these assholes, and yeah, I might go check out the exhibit on the other side. Otherwise, I'm literally just gonna head back. It's 23 minutes past 11 now. That gives me time to eat tons of food and just enjoy the rest of your day. Like, was it worth it? I mean, yeah. The statues weren't the ones I expected. I expected there to be more of like Lenin, but there's more just like memorials that were in Hungary during the time of the Soviet Union. So yeah, now let's go back to Budapest and see what we can do. Central market hall to be, but it's literally a market hall with like fresh meat and stuff. So I don't know where I'm going to find something to eat, but we're on a mission to find something to eat because I'm hungry. Every single stand is selling the same thing as well: salami, raw meat, fruit. I might get some salami while I'm here. But I think they only take cash, and I've only got about another 3,000 left in cash, and I don't really want to get more cash out, so I'm going to see what if they take card. But yeah, like I couldn't find any cooked meal. I found this little plate of salami for 500 forints, which is like £1.20 or something like that. So I'm going to snack on these while I leave and find like a langos or something like that. Okay, so I'm doing what I usually do when I don't know what to do, and that's just walking around not knowing what to do. So I'm going to sign off the vlog here. Vlogmas starts on Monday, so make sure you subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video of me walking around in Budapest for 4 days. If you did, please make sure you give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on Monday with Vlogmas Day 1.